Good evening, everyone. Happy Thursday. I am so glad and excited to be back here with you guys as I am every Thursday evening. I hope you guys have had a wonderful and restful week. It is almost the weekend. So, those who have a job Monday through Friday, it's Friday Eve. I hope you guys take on this information that we talk about tonight. Um, and tonight we're going to be talking about anxiety and stress management and how that is so important to make sure that we're managing our stress and anxiety so we can have good mental and physical health. I'm going to give a little time to let my partner. I am so sorry, guys. My connection was lost, but I'm back. And as I was saying, we will be talking about stress and anxiety management and how that is vital for good mental and physical health. And I also was saying, um, our fearful founder is out helping others. And if she's able to come on, she will be on and join us. If not, you guys just get me tonight. But I hope this is information that you guys can use as every time we do this. We just want to give out information, hope that we're supporting you. You can always email us, DM us, comment, just so we know that we're helping and hoping that we can support you in other ways as well. So, what is anxiety? Anxiety is a feeling of worry, free, or unease about future events. So, basically, it's when we are not in the present. So anxiety is always about the future, about um, what might happen. It's always us overthinking or projecting, just not staying in the moment. So that's where it's a natural response to stress and is common in many situations. Like if you're preparing for exam, you are buying a new home, you are having a baby, if you are about to have a speech or sing in front of people, or meeting new people, you have a new job, starting a new school. So all of that's normal anxiety, very common. We get that. But it's a problem when it becomes more than just the normal, and it interferes with us doing our natural daily activities. So there are different forms of anxiety disorder. So one is a generalized anxiety disorder. Then there's that's when you just constantly worry about daily things. I mean, everything. You're worried on your way to work, if you're going to be late, if there's going to be traffic, will you get in an accident, just constantly overthinking, just a fear of the unknown and not just being able to stay in the moment and presence. Then with their social anxiety, when we get uncomfortable and stressed about interacting with people, whether it's the uncomfortableness of meeting new people, the fear of people judging us or not liking us. Then we have panic disorder, anxiety, when there's sudden episodes of intense fear. Um, then we have phobias. So phobias come from anxiety. Um, so what are some symptoms and signs? And now, guys, when we give these symptoms and signs, it doesn't necessarily mean like, oh, if I have this one little sign that I have a disorder. No, it's just saying these are things that you do if you suffer from anxiety or if you're battling with anxiety. So overthinking, constantly worrying. And I say that because I'm an overthinker. I do overthink a lot of situations because a lot of times for us, and I do battle with anxiety from time to time. And mine comes from a standpoint of a fixer. I have to be able to, if there's a problem, I have to have a solution. And I will fixate on it and overthink until it's resolved or solved. Because I come from a mindset that there is a solution to every problem. And I know in some cases that's not always true, but that is how I think. That's my belief on it, that there is a solution for every problem. So I constantly think. So that is one of the signs. Difficulty concentrating or sleeping. And a lot of times when you lay down, because people who suffer or battle with anxiety, a lot of times we're distracted throughout the day because we are going about our daily business, doing whatever we need to do, and we're focused on those things. But when we lay down and we're getting ready to go to bed, our mind calms down and shuts off from the world. And that's when a lot of our overthinking takes place. Um, and we, I'm sorry. Okay. Let me see. I'm sorry, guys. I'm getting phone calls. I'm so sorry. I thought I had it on Do Not Disturb, but Let me see. Um, so I'm sorry. I am trying to let our fearful, fearless founder in. There seems to be some difficulty, so I'm trying to let her in here. Okay, send. Oh, dang. Um, send. Okay, guys. Hopefully that does it, and we are back in business. Um, okay, there we are. So let's hope Keisha's able to get in here now. Um, so yes, I'm just gonna give her a moment. If I can make sure if anything else. All right, guys. Hmm. Sorry so much. Okay. So I think, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry if I think I may have made two. Okay, sorry, the guys. I'm back fully. So another. Remember, we were talking about signs and symptoms, and I was talking about concentrating, difficulty sleeping, and a lot of times that happens because our mind is shutting down from the real world, and we are relaxed, and that's when hey, everything starts to come back. Um, and our mind starts to go to the what ifs and become challenging. Then another one is restlessness, getting tired. That's another way. Anxiety is a sign of anxiety. Even though how you know how you wake up and you say, "Oh my God, I'm still tired." Um, that's part of the anxiety um, that we are having. The next one is sometimes anxiety causes us to feel like our chest, our heart start beating fast. We start breathing differently, whether it's the little short panting. So we start changing physically, have physical symptoms. Our heartbeat sometimes get the queasy stomach or the butterfly stomach. All of that is a part of the anxiety. Our body is telling us that we're overworking it because we're overthinking or we're worrying, we're stressing about things that most of the time we don't have control over. Like I was saying, we were thinking about just say on our way to work, how much traffic there is. We have no control over that. If this or that is going to happen, we have no control over that. So our body starts getting tense from us overthinking, overworking about things that we have no control over. So it's very important that we manage this. How can we manage the stress? So as 5 A's. So we're going to avoid certain situations that are stressful for us and cause us anxiety. We're going to take action. So we're going to do something about it. We're not going to, which means we're going to work on the things that we can control. So if you can't control it, just like if we know that this certain highway that we go, that we take to go to work is always heavily covered with traffic, then we're going to leave earlier because that's something that we can control. Oh man, I just went blank. Avoid action. Oh God, I just went blank. Hold on. Oh, I went blank. I'm sorry, guys. Um, I'm just going to go on. But those are ways that we help manage our anxiety to make sure that you are staying in control and doing what you can. So we're not projecting and we're staying in the moment. That's the most important things because anxiety comes from the future and stressing about things that we have no control over, that we don't know, that we're worried about. And like I said, I am a fixer, I'm solution focused. So I will fixate on something until the problem has a resolution. And that causes a lot of anxiety. And it causes me to overthink. So making sure that we're staying in the present and understanding like sometimes our situation or issue are we're not going to figure it out right then. We're not going to solve the problem right then. And there may be a solution to the problem, but then also every problem doesn't have a solution. So just understanding that and coming to terms with that and being okay with that. Keisha, do you have anything about anxiety and how you deal with it?
At the moment, no. I'm just excited that I have not fallen apart from the anxiety I had been having a few moments ago. Hello, everyone. Yeah, I'm trying to just not panic and stay calm and but I know typically I'm the opposite. So I'm very
Right.
proud in this moment that That's not that's not what's happening.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so I got my notes here, so I can finish with my A's. So alter the way we think and see things. Alter our views about how the situation, just like Keisha was just saying about her having anxiety and panicking about not getting on because she was having some difficulties and I was having difficulties letting her in, but she's here. But if she had panicked and started having an anxiety attack, it wouldn't have helped. And a lot of times we don't think about a lot of our times that we're overthinking and we're putting more pressure on ourselves, that we're creating a bigger issue and a bigger problem for ourselves. The
So
second
true.
thing is adapting. She adapted. We're going to adapt. We're going to adapt to the situation, to the change. As I told y'all, she was out helping, and she's usually, if you usually are here each week, she's usually at home. The background is different, but she adapted, and we're on, and we're here for you guys. So that's a lot of times, and a lot of people who are very structured have anxiety about change. They want things a certain way. They're used to doing it a certain way. They have to have it a certain way, and so a lot of times that becomes anxiety and stressful for them. And so if we're able to learn to adapt more, we can minimize our stress and our anxiety. And then accept. The last A is accept. Accept, like I just said earlier, I have to accept that I may not have a solution for every problem. And I may not be able to solve all the problems. And that's another thing. Like sometimes we have to remove ourselves, and then someone will come along and be like, oh, you just do da 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 da. And you're like, because you stressed and thought about this 5,000 ways, but you didn't think about that one simple way. And sometimes we have to step back, as they say, you can't see the trees for the forest. So sometimes we have to step back and remove ourselves so we can accept what is, and then make those adjustments and those changes. Um, so those are the A's to help managing. Some other things that we can do. One good thing is meditation. And so I said I have anxiety. I also have ADHD. So I will tell you, um, people with ADHD, our brains are like kids' brains. What I mean by that is always going. It's always, so it's hard to meditate, but it's very good. Um, and it helps us center ourselves. So what I have to do to meditate, I fixate on a place or a word. So I think about that, or if I try to think about nothing, because once again, I told you I'm an overthinker. I'll go back to that word when I'm starting to drift off, and that'll bring me back and center. Breathing, taking these deep breaths, yoga, exercising, walking is so good for us. And like I said, being mindful and staying present, making sure that we're staying in the moment. Like I said, most of our stress and anxiety comes from thinking about the future, or what if, or what might be. Um, then healthy habits, making sure that you are getting your 7, 8 hours sleep. And that's another thing, making sure you know how much your body needs sleep. And all of us are different. Some of us, depending on health, depending on our daily activities, some of us may need 8 hours, some of us may need 6 hours, some of us may need even 10 hours. So making sure your body gets the sleep that it needs. And it doesn't have to be all at one time. So if you can fit a nap in there after work, then do so. But make sure that if you do take a nap, that you are not taking it too late, so it disrupts your night sleep. healthy eating habits, guys. Our diet is so important. We call it the itis. We when we eat too much, we call it the itis. It's that heavy thing that like you just like you're dragging, you're sleepy, you're tired, because you've eaten so heavy, and your body feels it. So making sure that you're eating healthy, having light meals when you need to, and making sure that when you do have stress and have different challenging things, that you have the support system. And that's so important, guys. Having someone that you can just talk to, having a good person who has a good listening ear, having somebody that you can bounce some ideas off of, having someone also that can put you in check, making sure that you are doing what you need to do, because sometimes a lot of our stress and anxiety is from us. As I tell my daughter, I can't save you from you. So a lot of times we're having to have someone help us save us from ourselves. So making sure that you have a great support system, and we all have as I different tools in our tool belt. You may have that one friend who will get you straight. You have another friend who won't get you straight, but they'll listen to all your problems. If you want to just have someone with a listening ear, and encouraging, you call that one friend. She's going to listen to you. She's not going to tell you, girl, now you tripping. But she will listen. She will listen, and she'll be there for you. And then you have that friend that's going to check you. We need all of them. And then we're going to have that friend that's going to make everything lighthearted. It's going to make sure that you laugh, and that you don't take everything serious. That sometimes you need to just shake it off, and hey, girl, let that roll off your back. So it's important to have a good support system, and knowing who those people are, and knowing what you need when you need it. So that is all I have for you this evening. Keisha, would you like to chime in, say anything?
Hello. I apologize, y'all. Yeah, I allowed stress to have me out here in the dark, but I'm so glad for Vanessa and her ability to continue on without me. I hate to just start talking and then I not know if what you've already discussed, but stress truly does kill. And people need to really respect that. It really does kill. It wreaks havoc on your body. If you have conditions like me, um, that's not good for you at all. Uh, and yes, it's not good for anyone, but it's surely not good for people who have other conditions. And we just all need to come up with different ways. We need to learn how to be better in the midst of our stress. We need to learn how to be better communicators. We need to learn how to just be able to figure out if the things that we're stressing over are really as important as we think they are in the grand scheme of things. Prioritize,
Yes.
understand that you're going to mess up sometimes. Hello, thinking today was Wednesday. Uh, um, know that you need to also give yourself grace because I think a
Right.
lot of
Right.
people stress themselves out because they they don't forgive themselves and they put too much pressure on their themselves. And that if we could all just learn that we just can't make everything happen when we
Yeah.
want it. And things are going to not always go the way we want it.
No.
And you can't make other people do
No.
things that you want them to do, because especially if they're grown people, because
Mhm.
everyone has their own idea of how things should go. So you shouldn't be stressing yourself out behind that. I, I do agree with sleeping. The only thing is, I think you may have said some people need 4 hours of sleep. No, ma'am. Everybody need at least, they say,
No, I said
at,
more. I said no.
oh,
I said more.
oh,
I said
okay,
6, 8,
more.
10, or more. Like sometimes depending on
Thank
what
you.
your body is. I said
Because
more.
the,
No, not
the,
more.
the more tired you are, the more you fall apart. And no matter what age you are, the more irritable and such you become, and you don't think clearly, and all those things, because you just need to sleep. So make sure you're sleeping, make sure you're turning your phones off, make sure you're turning the television off. I know some people say they sleep better with televisions and all that on, but to me, for me, it makes my brain keep working. So, you just need to find out what's best for your body and listen to your body, and don't try to force your body to do the opposite of whatever you're feeling. So if it's a day when you are tired and your kitchen is dirty, that kitchen will be dirty tomorrow. Clean that kitchen tomorrow. If it's something that's not what's the word, life
Detrimental.
ending,
Yeah.
yeah, detrimental, don't worry about it. If you're too tired to iron your clothes, you may just have to go to work the next day a little wrinkled. Do do what you have to do to take care of you. And that is a main thing. And of course, exercise. Yeah. Ouch. Everybody needs to do that. And I know I'm not one that where I do it a lot, but I am starting to do it more. But we do need to look out for ourselves, decrease the processed foods that we're eating, try not to eat out as much as we use, as we do, because the healthier we are, the less stress will be, in my opinion. And that's all I have for today.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Keisha. So that is all we have. Just remember, guys, that as Keisha just said, stress will kill. And we just have to make sure that we're adjusting and taking action, accepting, altering our mind, and adapting the five
Mm-hmm.
A's to help with our anxiety. So just remember those A's when you're thinking about anxiety. Because we want you guys to be around. We want to be around for as long as we can. And we don't want to make sure that, we're contributing to our illnesses, making sure that we're taking care of ourselves and doing what's best for us and our families. So
Yes.
thank you. You guys have a good night.
Good night.